session is about graphs. So what do we mean by graphs? Graphs are related to the two technical terminologies known as node or vertices and edges. So these are the two key terminologies when understanding graphs. These are the two key terminologies while understanding graphs. So what do we mean by node or vertices? Nodes are also known as vertices. It's like a kind of junction point. Node or vertices means it's kind of a junction point. If I say, if I consider this, so instead of here, I can consider it here. So let me do one thing here. First of all, yeah. Now the same way, let me copy this and this one, and the same way I'll be having here. The same way here I'll be having the same, and the same way here. So these are known as the individual nodes. These are like kind of individual nodes. So here, this one I can call it as, so here I can call it as node 1, node 2, node 3, like that. So this here I can call it as node 1. And this one I can call it as node 2. I can consider this as node 3. I can consider this as node 4. I can consider this as node 5. I can consider this as node 6. Now, these are the nodes. These are known as nodes. So that's what node means. Now, what do we mean by edges? What do we mean by edges? Edges means the distance between the two nodes. Edges means it's the distance between the two nodes, which goes something like this, from node 1 to node 2. So this is our distance. This is our distance. Now let's consider the distance between node A, the first node, and second node, as this is the first node, second node, as this is the first node, second node, third node, fourth node, fifth node, and sixth node, right? Now, the distance between the first node and second node. So this line here, this particular line, it's representing the length, or also known as edges. So this is an edge between the two nodes. Now, the same way, let's draw the edge between node 2 and node 3. And now let's draw another edge between node 3 and node 4. And here we have another edge between node 4 and node 5. And here we have another length between node 5 and node 6. Now let's draw another edge between node 6 and node 1. So now here we have node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, node 5, and node 6. And here we have the distance between the two nodes. So here we have the distance between node 1 and node 2. Here we have distance between node 2 and node 3. Here we have distance between node 3 and node 4. Here we have distance between node 4 and node 5. Here we have distance between node 5 and node 6. And here we have distance between node 6 and node 1. Now here, let's give them some values. Let's consider the distance between node 1 and node 2 is kind of 5 kilometers. And let's consider now the distance between the node 2 and node 3 is kind of 2 kilometers. The same way here we can consider the distance between node 3 and node 4 is kind of 3 kilometers. Now the same way, let's consider another distance between node 4 and node 5 as 4 kilometers. And the same way, let's consider another distance between node 5 and node 6. Node 5 and node 6 as kind of, we can consider another 2 kilometers. And now let's say the distance between node 6 and node 1 is, so we can consider it as 10 kilometers. Now, here we can, so let's make this particular graph more interesting and more interactive with the connection between the node 2 and node 5. Here we have a connection between node 2 and node 5, node 2 and node 4. Node 2 and node 4. And let's have another connection between node 2 and node 6. So this way, our graph can become more interactive. Here we can consider the distance between, let's consider the distance between node 2 and node 4 as something 4 kilometers. The same way, again consider the distance between node 2 and node 5 as 1 kilometer. And the same way we can consider another distance as between node 2 and node 6 as 23 kilometers, which goes something like this. So this video is about what the graph is, how to make a graph, and about these terminologies, about the terminologies vertices, node and vertices, and about edges. So here these are the edges. Let me show you here. So here clearly these are the edges. These are the edges which I am pointing here. So these are the edges which are also known as lengths, and these edges are kind of lengths. These edges are kind of distances. Now in the machine learning, these graphs have so many huge amount of applications. In the machine learning, our graphs have so many applications. So applications of graphs is for, so you can consider here in machine learning algorithms, and also we have graphs application in finding shortest path algorithms. So for finding shortest path, so what does our Google Maps use? Our Google Maps is nothing but a fully functional advanced application of our graphs theory. Google Maps, navigation, and all the stuff. So this is about the application part of graphs, and it has a major application in artificial intelligence, neural networks, artificial intelligence, neural networks. Is that clear? Superb. So today in this video, we have covered about graphs and the terminologies, mainly the terminologies known as nodes, and nodes are nothing but kind of vertices. They are also known as vertices, and also we have saw what does edges mean, and we have saw the application part. We have also saw the application part of graphs. So this column, it totally displayed about the application part. So thank you for spending your valuable time. Have a nice day. Thank you.